Here's an alternative development timeline for Metroid 64, assuming its development started in 1994 and it was released in 1997. Metroid 64, alternative development timeline, 1994, early conceptualization and planning. March 1994, with the success of the Super Metroid. 1994, on the Super Nintendo, Nintendo begins discussions for a follow-up to the Metroid series, considering transitioning the franchise to 3D for the upcoming Nintendo 64. July 1994, development begins in early stages with the formation of a dedicated team at Nintendo EAD, Entertainment Analysis Development. The team consists of key members from Super Metroid, including Yoshio Sakamoto, who is tapped to lead the project. Late 1994, initial exploration of the technical limitations and possibilities of the Nintendo 64, with early prototypes focusing on 3D movement and camera systems. 1995, prototyping and direction shift. January 1995, prototypes for the game are created to test the feasibility of adapting the Metroid formula into 3D. Early tests use simple environments and basic polygon models of Samus Aran. May 1995, after several internal demos, the team begins to explore new gameplay possibilities, such as free exploration and a dynamic camera system. August 1995. The decision is made to significantly shift the gameplay style to fully 3D exploration, keeping the essence of Metroid but evolving it for the new hardware. 1996, full development and expansion. January 1996, with the Nintendo 64's release in Japan, the development team receives the first development kits for the console. A core team of developers, including many from the Super Mario 64 team, is assembled. April 1996, the game officially transitions into full-scale development. The game's visual style begins to take shape, with early test renders of Samus in 3D and initial environmental concepts. June 1996, the team settles on a more refined gameplay direction, similar to Super Mario 64's open-world exploration but with the dark, atmospheric tone of the Metroid series. The game's story and world building are outlined. November 1996, development of the engine begins, using the Nintendo 64's capabilities for large, interconnected environments with complex textures and lighting. 1997, final push and release. February 1997, extensive testing begins on gameplay mechanics, camera controls, and enemy AI. The final structure for the game is set, with larger areas to explore and the use of dynamic lighting for atmosphere. May 1997, promotional materials start circulating in Nintendo magazines, revealing the first in-game footage of Samus navigating through a 3D world. Early demos are shown to press, generating anticipation. July 1997, the game nears completion, with sound and music being finalized. The music is composed by Kenji Yamamoto, returning to create a haunting and immersive soundtrack that reflects the eerie atmosphere of the Metroid universe. September 1997, Metroid 64 is released worldwide. The game receives critical acclaim for its groundbreaking use of 3D in a franchise known for exploration and tight platforming, successfully transitioning the series from 2D to 3D while maintaining the essence of the original titles. This alternative timeline imagines a Metroid 64 that leveraged the early 3D capabilities of the Nintendo 64, with a strong emphasis on atmosphere, exploration, and the series' signature gameplay style. It fills in gaps between Super Metroid and the eventual release of Metroid Prime by showcasing how the franchise could have evolved into 3D during the mid-90s. 40 Mini D.